we start Bonnie's movements over from the spread your wings and start them flapping. So let's go nice and slow, ladies. Leave the right foot as it is. Remember, you've just taken those 6 walks to make a horseshoe, and right foot is popped at the end of that. We just did our so with our little dip down, and you can let the body come down with you too. It's kind of a little flirty move, so absolutely let the body go with you. Bonnie does that move with you also. Coming down here, so we're going to open up the right hand, go back to your dead fish position here. 1, open left, 2. Spread those wings, and then you're just going to flap the hands, 3, 4. Okay? 3 and 4. And then we're going to go flicking the hands up and down again 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this time, as you flick the hands, you're going to flick the foot up also. You're going to just simply, again, stay on the toes, put a little bend in those knees, and you're going to knock your knees in. And as the knees turn in towards each other, you're going to be alternating your foot in little steps in place. It's going to start with the right, up, down, left foot, up, down, right foot, up, down, left foot, up, down. Okay? Up to tempo. It's actually easier to do a little bit faster. Again, keep a little bend in the knees. It makes the twisting action of your knees coming together a heck of a lot easier if you've got a little bit of a loose bounce in the legs here. So 4 little leg flicks, starting with the right foot. 5, 6, here we go with the right. Up, 2, 3, 4. Okay? As the foot is flicking up, the hands are flicking also. You're going to be kind of flicking towards the foot as it picks up. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent. So let's add that onto, spread those wings and start them flapping. Lift those feet and set them tapping. Those are your first 2 lines. Ladies, it will help you if when you do those first 2 bounces, before we do our leg flicks, end with the hands up. So it's not a weird adjustment getting into the foot flick. Okay? You'll see it as we do it here. 5, 6, 7, right arm goes. Spread those wings and start them flapping. Lift those feet and set them tapping. Okay? It just makes that transition into adding the foot a lot easier because your hands have to be pointing down right away. So make sure when you come out of those first 2 bounces that the hands end up. We just did our leg flicks. We're going to do a step touch to the right. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. This one, the foot comes just right next to, right together on the touch. 1 and 2, 3 and 4. The hands again are going to stay flexed, and they're going to, as you step right, they're going to circle to the right, and as you step left, they're going to circle to the left. The head, this time, does not follow the hands. Just keep it to the front. So let me do it facing this way. We just finished our last leg flick. Again, push off of the left foot so you can go right into this step touch to the right. 5, 6 to the right, circle and 1 and 2, 3 and 4. Okay? We go back into one last time. Hop, hop, the heaven, hop, That third one's quick. Be ready because we're going into a step right away after. So just make it a quick up, down. Stepping with the right, you hit the bottom of your left foot. Hop, hop, the heaven, hop, okay? 5, 6, one more time. 5, 6, 7, and hop, the heaven, hop. All right, we go. Do hops to the right. So we're going to tag on this and then we'll back our way up, ladies. 5, 6, 7, and we go. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Then we're going to do our leg point, or our finger points. All that I'm doing on the hops, ladies, is ball change. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Okay, so it's a slight traveling step. Don't go too far though, because you're going to be moving as a group here. So I don't want you to shift so far off center that it really looks bizarre. So make these really tiny. Bonnie is still in the middle of this horseshoe. The legs are bent, and the hands, one more time, just kind of bend at the elbows, nice and loose in a flexed hand position. So the first 4 that we do, we have no hands. It's 8 of these little hops total. 5, and 6, and 7, and we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay? The hands start here for the first 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they're going to point down to your feet, both hands. Both fingers point down, and you're going to go, and 5, and 6, right, left, right, left. You can add a little head here, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. My head almost naturally goes with my arms there for whatever reason. So go ahead and just let it kind of sway with you. Not too big though, because this is a pretty quick step. It's another one where you just don't have a lot of time to stand there and love it. You've got to keep right on trucking. So doing it this way, let's do all 8, making sure on number 5, you're adding in the arm point back and forth, right and left with our little head motion. 5, and 6, 7, here we go. And 1, and 2, and 3, and the arms. And 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Again, really small travel, really tiny steps here. And ladies especially, keep your head motion a little bit smaller. That will allow Bonnie to make hers a little bit bigger. So again, she's matching you, but is creating her own little style on that particular movement. Ladies, you are much more graceful, a little bit more smoother with your movements. So we finished those, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. We have, again, another set of these French walks, dead fish arms to make our circle. So we're going to just shift our way back to center. Ladies, again, because you are still singing, still no Bonnie, she's just kind of going along with you with the movements, but she still hasn't joined you in the singing. Hands come back to here, just hanging loose off the arms, nothing too fancy, just let them hang out. We lead again with the right. You have 7 steps this time to make your circle. So Maggie and Liddell are basically just going to kind of close it in here in the middle. And Denise and Laura are almost just going to go back to their spots where they were in the arc. Because we don't have a lot of time to rotate this upcoming step around Bonnie, I definitely suggest that we close in a little bit. Don't come so close to her that she has no room for any type of movement, but I would definitely suggest that we just come in a little bit closer to her, not as wide as we were in the horseshoe, just because rotating that circle will become a heck of a lot easier if we're not too spread out. Okay, so just something to keep in mind when we're in rehearsal, come in a little bit closer. So we go back to here, leading with the right foot in 7 walks. 5, 6, 7, here we go. Walk, 2, 3 to your circle, 5, 6, 7. So we're facing out of the circle, our backs are all to the middle, and you're going to end with a flick to the left foot on hop. Up, down. Again, it's quick because we're going right away into that circle rotation. So just be aware, don't stand there and love it. We got to keep right on trucking, okay? So ladies, let's go back one more time from your hops, and 2, and 3, and 4, then add the hands, and 6, and 7, and 8. We go to make our circle for 7, ending with one last foot hit on the hop, which would be on count 8. 8, and down. 5, 6, hopping right, no hands. And 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Add the arms, and 6, and 7, and walk. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4 to the circle. Last step, 1 up, down. Great. We'll put your whole combination together, and then we'll do a full demonstration with the music up to this point. We're about at the midway point here, so we're moving right along.